Hello, 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 and happy, beautiful Wednesday. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. Happy third day of our 4-day engagement. Thank you for being here. I am so pleased. We all at Real Truth are pleased that you're here. And I said it the first day that you came into this virtual room, you'll be thanking yourself for being here. And based upon your comments and all the love that we've been receiving, you are thanking yourself for being here. And for those of you that may not have thanked yourself, thank yourself for being here. You being here is a self honoring choice. And so, before we move into the engagement, I want to go back to the song that you just heard when you came into the virtual room. It ended with the lyrics, living your dream. Everything at Real Truth is intentional. The music we play, the words we use, how we call those that are part of the curriculum UEs, because we want you to know always that it is always about you excavating you examining you releasing you, the EER process. We want you to know that there is nothing more valuable than you. And the reason that Real Truth was created is for you to live a wholly fulfilling life. And the words I say, you may hear others say them, and they may mean them too. And yet I want you to know that how I mean them is for your whole embodiment. And I know that might sound scary, right? To be wholly fulfilled, to live with whole self acceptance, to really, and you're going to hear me say this again later, to really live the perfect love story that begins with you because you love yourself so completely. That's what we're talking about for you. That's what Real Truth is here for. That's why we're going to offer you to step into the grandeur of you. That's why we put together this 4-day engagement, because we want you to know how significant you are. Okay? Okay. Whew. This is a beautiful day. I forgot to turn on my chat. Let me turn on my chat because I'm getting a cue that there are you talking to me. So let's see what you're saying here. I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. Okay. Beautiful. This is beautiful that you're all here. Thank you, thank you. So, oh, a lot going on. So, let's talk about right now self honoring choices. Because everything in excavation, examining, and releasing begins with you making the self honoring choice. So, and until you make self honoring choices, your life is going to be unfulfilled. And let's just remind you right now, a self honoring choice is one that includes adding value. It contributes to building your self esteem long term and regard. So just imagine that for a moment. What does it feel like having more self esteem? What does it feel like having more personal regard? Which is another way of saying, how does it feel to have more respect for yourself? How does it feel to honor yourself, to not run away from yourself, to not be afraid of the possibility of your grandeur, to really, as I said the first day when you were here, how does it feel to hold your head up, your shoulders back, and really know that you're the prize? Where the very glimpse of you makes you smile at yourself. Not from your ego, but because you know that you make self honoring choices in your life the life that you are living, that you're giving your best of yourself. So you constantly bring in new information so that you can perpetually up-level. That's what we're talking about. This is all for you. Choose, I'm going to say it again, choose to live a wholly fulfilling life. You don't have to be mediocre, and you don't have to live a life of invisibility or platitudes where it looks good on the outside and it feels stagnant on the inside, or it looks good on the outside and there's quiet desperation on the inside. You are here today because you know that there is more, better, and different. And we're going to talk to you later about stepping into the grandeur view. And we're going to talk to you later about a contest that we're having because we are so serious about blanketing you and as many people on the planet as we can in loving, in nurturing, so that they, you, we can really live wholly fulfilling lives. Okay. So today we're talking about releasing. I am having such a love affair with you right now. I mean, it happens always. It happened earlier today. It was about 2:30 this morning, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, I can't wait to connect with the collective today. I can't wait to see the people that are coming in the room. I've just been so excited to see you since my head got off the pillow and I was walking through our home. So again, thank you for being here. From my heart to yours, I know what it feels like not to be all of yourself. And sometimes you don't even recognize it. And I know what it's like on the other side when you step into the grandeur view. And that's what we're offering you. Okay. However, I have just gone all around, right? Today in this beautiful garden of loving with you. Today we're talking about releasing. And releasing is the third step in the EER process. Releasing, as you see, is the suitcase is empty, right? Because we want you to release everything, everything that has been emotionally holding you stagnant, everything that has held you in shame and regret, everything that has not allowed you to live your perfect love story, everything that has kept you from having the ideal relationship that you would like. We want you to know, to live the perfect love story that begins with you. The releasing process is the process of removing the barriers that have blocked you from living the possibility of your perfect love. And that perfect love absolutely begins with you. That's where it begins. The perfect love begins with you. So it's imperative that you really learn how to love yourself. It's imperative that your perfect love story starts with you so that every relationship that's in your life is a relationship that nurtures you, that fulfills you, that uplifts you, that inspires you, that motivates you. And the way you do that is you empty out everything that you no longer need. And what you've learned over day 1 and day 2 is that is part of the process of examination. That is part of the process of excavation. You started with excavation, you moved into examination, and now you are ready to release. Unpack that suitcase. Let it be empty so that you can fill it with the perfect love story that is you. So you were given, I have them here for you. You were sent via email your grandeur sheets. Aren't they designed beautifully? A member of our team did those for you. So beautiful. So here it is. What is one thing you can release about the way you've had relationships that will be a quantum leap and adds happiness to your life? I really hope that you've done that you took the time to print it out and then write the answer. It goes on to ask, what is the evidence that communicates to you that you're letting go of a conditioned behavior that no longer supports the life that you're creating? So what that means is, what are you willing to let go of? Who do you have to be? Who do you have to be to let go of that which no longer serves you? That which is not part of your perfect love story. So here's an example. If you're someone that is often dissatisfied with life and complains a lot, and you find yourself being disgruntled, and it's your way of communication. And when you did your process, you realize that that came from your seeding from 1 to 7. And you can identify the person that's in your family dynamic that fusses and is unhappy in the way that you communicate now. You get to ask yourself, does that serve me? The answer would be no. And then you get to decide to let that go. I'm not going to be the person that's constantly bickering. I'm not going to be the person that's perpetually disgruntled. And so you let it go. So the person you have to become is the person that recognizes when there are things that don't please you, communicate them in a way to correct whatever it is, and move forward. That's what that means. This is for you. This is for you doing the deeper dive into you so that you understand how to step into the grandeur of you, and so that you will no longer be afraid of being all of who you are. This work, I shared with you, every word chosen, every design on every sheet, every inquiry, it's for you. And it all has the one objective of making you whole. So let's go now to your second love sheet. Yes, we are robust at Real Truth. Second love sheet, it recognizes what you learned and who taught you, gives clarity on how you're having relationships currently. Now, these questions, oh my. When did I ignore signs that something was wrong in a relationship? Why did I choose to ignore them? How did that choice or choices impact the way I value myself? And what judgments do I hold about myself for making that choice? That's a lot to unpack. And in that suitcase that we showed you earlier, that's a lot to empty out of that suitcase. So many of us, and shake your head if this is you, or put it in chat. Yes, I've done this too when I share this with you. This is just for the ladies right now. Many of us have dated people that in the very beginning of the relationship, we knew that they weren't ideal for us. But they were nice enough, or they were fun enough, or they were whatever enough that we started dating them. And then the relationship progresses, and you think while in the relationship, what am I doing? How am I even dating this guy or this girl or this person? How? Have you had that experience? Yes, yes. And then the relationship ends, and you carry regret about it. And so every time you meet someone who you kind of like, you think about this other person because you liked him okay. You might have even liked him more than okay, but you knew he wasn't for you. So it muddles your discernment on the next guy that you're going to choose. Just muddies the water. So you hold yourself a bit hostage, and it permeates into every other relationship until you empty the suitcase. Because what's absolutely for certain is that if you're doing one thing in your life, you are doing it in every area of your life to a certain degree. We know this to be true, right? So make certain that you do your love sheet so that you can see how your upbringing, your conditioning / seeding, and your current life have the commonality of a conditioning or of conditioning that has you in relationships in the way that you are. Okay? Yes? Yes? Perfect. So I'm looking at the chat. Thank you so much. Yes, we've all had it. You ignore the signs. You just think, okay, not so bad, right? And it wasn't so bad as you may think it is today. Because we're going to use everything, absolutely everything, as you step into the grand review, because we're inviting you to step into the grand review. Absolutely everything for your learning. So even that relationship, these love sheets are just a teaser to the grander sheets that you will be doing when you step into the grand review, when you go into the deeper dive of yourself. Because that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be going into the deeper dive of yourself. This is the time for you to be wholly fulfilled. This is the time to love yourself completely. This is the time for you to grab two friends and say, we don't have to be mediocre anymore. We don't have to be stuck. We don't have to have superficiality of our anything. We can do the deep dive. We really can kind of pinch ourselves that our life is so good. That's what we're offering. And so I want to share with you a gentleman that I had the opportunity to speak to a little while ago. And he likes to refer to me as a teacher. And I am a teacher of sorts. I consider myself a youist, which means that I am dedicated to you individually, you collectively, to up-leveling your life in such a way that the idea you have of yourself right now at your optimum level is only a glimpse of your possibility because of the work that we will do together. So here's what one gentleman has to say about stepping into your grandeur and allowing me to teach you, because we're going to ask you to continue with us. Okay? We've got something to let you see right now. Take a look. I can't hear it. Can you hear it? Yeah, I can't hear it. Hopefully we'll hear it soon. We're having a technical difficulty right now. And after you see that video,
and I want to say something, and I mean this very sincerely. I really believe that when the time is right, the right teacher shows up. And right now we're in a very divisive, crazy time. And RaShawn-Renée, I believe you are one of those teachers. And a lot of us need that influence right now. I want to say thank you for your work. Thank you for what you're doing.
yes, yes, we are in different times right now. This is the time for us to have real revelation. This is the time for no longer hiding, no longer being mediocre in your relationships. This is the time that if you have a good relationship, you make it great. This is the time that if you have an okay relationship, you make it very good. This is the time that if you're in a relationship that's violent, you learn the value enough of self to leave. This is the time that we get to be a mother to another and support one another and being the fullness of who we are. This is the time for deep loving. And this is also the time that I get to bring on this wonderful, beautiful, spectacular, dynamic Nicole, who's going to talk to you about a contest that we're having. Nicole, share.
Thank you, RaShawn-Renée, for bringing me on. Hi, everyone. So we are very excited to be offering you a chance to win a seat in our upcoming course, A Step into the Grandeur of You, the Relationship Series. So the way you can win is by inviting your friends and family here to the collective. And for every person who accepts your invite, you will receive one entry into our collective referral sweepstakes. The sweepstakes ends tonight at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll be announcing the winner tomorrow here in our 4-day live event. So be sure after today's live event to invite your friends and family, invite your loved ones to join the collective. And I'll go ahead and drop a couple links right now in the comments so that you can see more information about the course and about the sweepstakes that we're talking about. And good luck.
Thank you. Tell them about the course, Nicole. You've taken it.
Yes, I have. I have taken the course. The course was probably one of the best things that I could have done for myself. And I would say just going through the process, the EER process, really helped me learn and connect with myself better, which helped me learn how to show up in the world and show up in the world fully, and so fully, in fact, that I have been receiving compliments from friends, from colleagues, that they see a difference, that they notice how much more confident I am, that they love the way I'm showing up in the world. And that's just really, I mean, it's affirming for me. It's something that I already know and recognize in myself, but it is so affirming to hear it from others that everyone truly benefits from the work that we're doing in this course.
Thank you. She didn't know I was going to ask her that. Now, before you leave, I want to say that I even noticed such a difference with Nicole, and we worked together. And I asked her one day, well, what's going on with you? And she said, it's the course. And I was like, I didn't even occur. I was like, oh yeah, of course it would be the course. That's exactly what it is. Because she showed up for work differently. Her communication was different. And there's this beautiful energy that just still, you could see it. You see she glows. You see who she is, right? And yes, she was that person before, but a different version of the person that is in front of you. So what, Nicole, say one thing that you had to release, and then I won't ask you any more questions.
Thank you. Yes, put me on the spot here. one of the biggest things I had to release was this kind of shame cycle I get into about not having enough and therefore not being enough. And it's one of those things that you think you know, that once you realize that, you're like, yeah, okay, I know that. However, going through the work itself really instilled that belief so that now I truly believe it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me put you on the spotlight right now.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. So, and when you step into your grandeur, because as she said, going through the process doesn't just happen overnight. It is a 44-day process, which we'll tell you about later. But then after you go through that 44-day process, it's like riding a bike for the first time. You know you can do it. The training wheels are off, but every once in a while you get wobbly. And so for all of you, and some of you have already done it, for all of you that continue with us and step into your grandeur, then we keep the course open for you for 11 months so that you can come in and get nurtured, feel extra loving, and really, really take care of yourself. So I know we have a couple of registrants already. Thank you very much. Nicole is going to put in the link. I think she's going to put in the link for the course. And if it's not there, then it'll be there tomorrow because we didn't plan to open it yet, but you want it. So we want to give you what you want because we want you to be in the room. And actually, not only do we want you to be in the room, we want you to bring 2 friends with you. Because as we shared with you days ago, that the likelihood of you completing and being active is when you have 2 friends to join you. So we're holding on to that. Because as I said, this is for you as the individual, you as the collective, so that we can create the world that we want to live in. So that you are living the possibility of your great, grand, and glorious life because you've stepped into your grandeur. Oh, okay, my heart is so happy. So, I went over the 21 minutes. I know I did. But thank you. Thank you for being with me this whole time. Just put your hand over your heart right now and feel your heartbeat. Yeah. And just say with me, I am stepping into my grandeur. Yeah. Grandeur means you're stepping into the fullness of you. Grandeur means you're declaring whole self-acceptance. Grandeur means no more mediocrity. Grandeur means you will have the courage to continue to change. Grandeur means you're going to show up for yourself and keep showing up and keep showing up. And if you fall down, you just keep showing up. So say it with me again. I am stepping into my grandeur. I can't hear you. Say it again. I am stepping into my grandeur. Okay. I couldn't hear you that time either, because of course, I really can't hear you, but I could feel you. And let's say it one more time. I am stepping into my grandeur. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I want you to take that kiss, grab it, put it in your heart. Know that you are stepping into your grandeur. And we're going to end this session. I see the comments coming in. Thank you. We're going to end this session in the same way that we began it. And that's with the beautiful song, As by Stevie Wonder. Listen to the lyrics and declare this and your dreams for you. Okay? Bye.